Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Top trending topic right now, Simone Biles. Now the most decorated U.S. gymnast of all time.
Yes.
Earning her 5th gold medal at the Olympics yesterday. And the celebrities were out in force.
Of course.
They were all there to root on Simone Biles.
She's the superstar. That's why I was surprised they didn't ask her to carry the flag. To let LeBron carry the flag. Let Simone Biles carry the flag. I thought she should carry the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Spectacular. Just spectacular.
It was like women's all-around artistic performance or something like that. I forget what they call it. But running across the floor and doing these enormous flips in the air.
With a hurt leg.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And she's sweet, too, right? I don't keep up with Olympic athletes that much. No, she's nice, isn't she?
Seems to be very kind,
Yeah, unlike LeBron.
So you remember in Tokyo 4 years ago, they called it the twisties. And it's a condition where essentially if I understand it correctly, when you're doing the flips and all, it throws off your equilibrium and she couldn't compete. So now she comes back. They won the silver then. Now Simone Biles comes back, gold medal.
Boom.
They call it the twisties, is that what
It's called the twisties, yeah.
It's a condition, but it is the cutest one to have.
Yeah,
It's like when
that
dogs,
and the zoomies.
The zoomies. I was going to say, when dogs get the zoomies.
Exactly. Got a bad case of the twisties.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Simone
I
Biles.
had that after some bad refried beans one night. I had the twisties.
Not good. But this is more my speed. IHOP has brought back the all-you-can-eat pancakes. So through September 15th, you can go in. $5 gets you 4 pancakes, and then they'll continue to bring you 2 more after you're done with that original stack. But 4 pancakes? I mean,
That was my question.
Who's eating more than that?
So you get 4, but then when they bring them back, it's like they bring them back 2 at a time, and they're going to cut down.
Like, thank God. I mean,
who could eat more than 4 though? Is what
I know.
And these are full-size pancakes, right? They're not like mini
Full-size.
pancakes. It's like challenge crepes or something.
Yeah, what do they call them? Silver dollar pancakes.
Silver dollars.
They're not silver dollar. They're small. They're not like big Cracker Barrel pancakes.
Right, okay.
But
Did you say they're $5?
Yeah, $5, and I was wrong about 4. It's not 4 pancakes. It's 5. 5 pancakes the first time, and then 2 more
2
after that.
So every time you get okay, 2 more pancakes, then they bring you a plate of 2.
What did you do today? Oh, I had 7 pancakes. God.
I was in IHOP for 3 hours. I had 31 pancakes.
Seems pretty heavy, doesn't it?
A little heavy. I don't know that I want to do much after I indulge in that. And then today's National Avocado Day. So whether you like guacamole or, as TJ's wife calls it, avocado dip, today is your day. And then still Venezuela, still one of the top trending topics. A lot of upset down there. The leader of Hamas is also trending. It seems like he was killed yesterday. So a lot of political stuff, but we're rooting for Simone Biles today in the United States in the Olympics. Yep. So those are just a few things that are now trending.
Wait, she's still got stuff to do? They're not finished with her part?
They have individual medals and all that. That was the team.
It looks like she needs a rest day.
Twisties.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Get rid of the twisties.
They got to roll out the individuals now.
Yeah. All right. So, speaking of IHOP, there was a young lady who celebrated her birthday there, and she got a very, very special gift. We'll let you take part in that little birthday celebration. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Live Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Make sure you go check us out on the YouTubes or acetj.tv. Like and subscribe, as the kids say, as the influencers and sinfluencers say, like and subscribe. I see a lot of the sinfluencers out there on social medias, aka the devil's internet. I see them. One time, my family and I were traveling to Louisiana from where we live in North Carolina, and the journey takes us through Meridian, Mississippi. So we were hungry, and we stopped in Meridian, Mississippi one time at an Applebee's right there off the interstate. It was a nice experience. Yeah. Although there was a waitress in there who was a budding vocalist and was trying to be a singer for a living, and she offered to sing the dining room a song. And what are people gonna say? Sure. So she sings the song. It was good, but it was kind of awkward. You're sitting there at the table and then somebody's serenading you. It's almost like when the mariachi band comes around at the Mexican restaurant and you're like, oh yeah, you're playing right by my table. Okay, now I feel awkward. Well,
what do I do in this case? Yeah.
You don't hear much about birthday songs at restaurants anymore. When somebody's having a birthday, they don't sing happy birthday to them as often as they used to. But there was a lady who was enjoying her birthday at an IHOP, and the waiter not only sang for her, but he also, I don't know if he had on sunglasses when he started his shift or he put them on for the performance.
Okay.
But imagine he's got slick back hair, sunglasses, in the chair beside her, like with his knee, stand up, got his knee in the chair. Mm-hmm. And here's his song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Ooh. Happy birthday to
Knockhole.
Okay, wasn't true.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Ooh.
And it was so drawn out that the birthday girl's sitting there with the biggest waffle and the biggest sausages I've ever seen in my life on top of the waffle. She can't wait. She's pouring the syrup all over it while he's singing right there beside her because it was taking so long.
Hurry up.
Yeah, bless his heart.
So he clearly comes from the school of, more runs is better.
More is more.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may want to just hold a note. How about that?
Yeah. He's a little pitchy dog.
But he meant well, but still it was awkward.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrich.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
If you don't keep up with doing business on social media, like about Uber and all that, those were the originals of the types of things that I'm talking about here. These apps that you can get, like where you rent a car from somebody, it's their car.
Yeah.
And they rent it to you. Now, a lot of places are skirting the issue, and they're actually running rental car places off of the apps that are supposed to be where you're just renting your personal car. But not just renting someone's house like on a Verbo situation. You can rent their pool. You can pay an hourly rate with an app called Swimply, and Swimply lets you use their pool for however much an hour. So this woman in Canada came home, and she found a family in her pool.
Oh, no.
It turns out that the people who had the house before she did, they were renting it, but then she bought it from the owner.
Right.
They're renting out the pool for people to still come and swim and getting the money from it. Meanwhile, this lady doesn't even know what's going on. This is her house.
It wasn't an accident. They legit decided we're just going to keep renting out the pool. Don't tell
because
everybody.
they had pools, the pictures of the pool and the grill and everything. And the people, she said it was a couple and 3 cute little girls swimming in the backyard. And they said, "Look, we rented it. Here's the app, the advertising, and the receipt of my paying for it and all that." She still called the police. Like, why would you call the police?
I wouldn't call the police because it's not the family's fault.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she didn't call them on them, but just in general, she called the police.
Well, I might have called the police and just said, "Hey, I don't know what to do here. I've got.
Yeah,
I don't want to mess with the family, but how do I get back to this family that's still renting out my pool?"
Well, maybe I jumped to the other conclusion because she said, quote, "Police, come get these white people out of my pool."
Oh, okay. Well,
okay.
No, I made that up.
I think you're right, TJ. You can't be mad at the family. They didn't do anything wrong.
No. Yeah, they're out, whatever it is, $35 an hour.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And the woman said, I had just cleaned the pool and I had the ladder out of it. It was an above ground pool.
Yeah.
And it had decking all around it and everything. And so she took the ladder out to clean it. And she said they just put the ladder back in the pool. What if it would have had, contaminants on it or something?
Yeah, sure.
Or what if I had just put chemicals in it and they didn't know and they went and jumped in? And the police said, has it happened before? She goes, I don't know. We're not home 24 hours a day. Could have.
Probably.
We could have been gone for a day or two and somebody rented out our pool.
Yeah.
Think about that, though. She could be at work. In an 8-hour day, somebody rents her pool for 3 hours. They're in her backyard swimming, then they leave. You would never know.
Mm-mm.
Sucks for her, but that's funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they said that there was one family in California that was happening to. It wasn't from former residents or anything. It was just people scamming, got on the app and claimed that pool was theirs because they got the pictures of it, off the internets. And so they came home and their yard was destroyed. All kinds. They wondered what was going on. And the neighbor said, there was a family over here having a swimming party. No, there was a bunch of people over here, not a family. A bunch of people over here having a swimming party. While y'all were gone, we thought that you knew them. No, we didn't know.
No.
That's just happening. So be careful when you're renting out your pool or when you're just not renting out your pool.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and he's all about options. That's what you're always saying. I got options. I got options. What are the options?
The options are to get the equity out of your house at the most cost-effective way that's going to save you the most amount of money, paying off credit cards, home improvement, whatever you want to do.
And that's one of the reasons you would use the Richard Toccato Companies instead of a bank, because they give you so many options. And it all starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, here's a hypothetical for you. If you were allergic to every type of food, every piece of food, except for 13 individual things, like there were 13 things that you could eat without having an allergic reaction to them, would you be picky, or would you eat all 13 because you don't have much of a choice and you're going to be hungry all the time?
I'd at least try to eat all 13.
Yeah.
That's all I could eat. I'd try to spread it around a little bit.
Yeah, all my 13 would just be pizza toppings. and dough.
Well, I mean, you don't get to pick what.
Oh, you don't get to pick?
No. Like there's a woman in California who has 100 different allergies, and she's been restricted to eating just 13 foods: white fish, turkey, green beans, zucchini, cucumber, lime, dates, grapes, raspberries, pears, chia seeds, water lily seeds, whatever that is, and olive oil. So I immediately looked at that list and I thought, well, I don't care if it's one of the 13 foods I can have or not. I'm not eating cucumbers. I hate cucumbers. I'm not sure about dates.
Yeah, I'm not sure about dates.
I'm not a big fan of raspberries, so I'd probably leave that off.
They're okay.
I don't know what water lily seeds are, so I don't know whether I would eat that or not. And it wouldn't be filling, so why would you want to eat it?
What were the first 3 on the list?
White fish, turkey, and green beans.
Okay,
now
those
I'd be
3.
good with those.
Yeah, I think this sounds like a Mediterranean diet, kind of.
Yeah.
I bet she's thin as a pin, which I like.
Right. Well, there's no starch of any kind.
That's what I need to do.
And the only protein that I'm seeing is coming from the white fish and turkey. And no leafy greens either.
Yeah. That would suck.
Yeah.
Awful.
Well,
But
water
what can she
lily
do?
seeds.
That's all that she can eat that she's not allergic to in the world.
Or what if you knew that you could eat a cheeseburger, but it was going to make you break out in itchy hives for 24 hours? Would you sneak that in every now and then?
Or what if you knew if I can eat a cheeseburger, but then as soon as I finish, I'm going to have to hit myself with this EpiPen, and I'll be okay. It'll take 15 minutes. I'll be fine. Worth it? I say yes.
No, because when you use an EpiPen, you have to go to the hospital, I think, every time.
Oh, you do? Every time?
Because it's just a rush of adrenaline, and it's to get you to a certain point so you can get to the hospital.
I didn't know that.
But if it's like a Benadryl, I'm definitely eating that burger.
Yeah, eat a cheeseburger, take some Benadryl. You'll be uncomfortable for an hour.
Yeah. All right, so let's say itchy hives all over for 24 hours. What's the food that you would choose? You would do that for what food? One food you could do.
Cheesesteak.
It would be the cheesesteak sandwich.
For 24 hours, I don't think I would do it.
No.
24 hours of itchy hives, I think I'd just pass.
Where are the hives on my body?
All over. All over. Or you're going to have diarrhea for 48 hours straight.
I'm not doing that now.
Sometimes that already happens. So
Yeah, I mean that's just.
I mean, like can't leave, within 10 steps of the turtle.
Oh, no.
It's just like every meal that I eat.
Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Target is trending. They have announced their denim take back event. You've heard of police stations doing like the drug take back where you can anonymously drop off drugs or guns.
That's the big one.
Yeah. So Target's doing their own, but it's denim. So you can bring in a pair of denim in preparation for fall if you've either put on a couple pounds over the summer or dropped a couple of pounds over the summer. You bring your denim in and you get 20% off a new pair of jeans.
Is that what we're calling blue jeans now? Is just denim?
I think denim is like, they're not blue jeans. It's denim.
Right, or denim jeans. But
Yeah.
denim can also be a shirt.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, it just sounds like a more fancy way to say blue jeans.
It's kind of a fun idea, though.
I still call them dungarees.
Sticking with it. Simone Biles is the top trending topic right now. She is now the most decorated United States gymnast of all time. The celebrities were out in force. Nicole Kidman was there rooting her on. They said tons of people were out there. She is earning her 5th Olympic gold medal. And yeah, as TJ pointed out, on it with an injury.
And that's refreshing to hear that Nicole Kidman is rooting for USA instead of her home country of Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. The way it should be.
Yeah, because, I mean, she chose to be over here and we allowed it. So
once we allow it.
Yeah.
We welcomed you with open arms. Now, you going to go root for your now what should be foreign country to you? No.
No, man, you got to get if you're going to do that. Natalie Portman, Jason Kelsey also there to show their support. The reviews are out for Deadpool and Wolverine. That movie was released on Friday. It's got an 8.2 on IMDb. Most people like it on Rotten Tomatoes, but now there are some scathing reviews about the movie hitting the internet. Some people saying it's not even a movie. It is simply a way to increase brand awareness, and they're saying, what is even a movie? If it's released in a cinema and it's 2 hours long, does that make it a movie? This is not a movie. There's no story. The characters don't matter. It's simply a way to push Marvel, the idea of Marvel, forward. Rob, agree or disagree?
Disagree. It has a story.
They said it's shaky at best.
It's not like the greatest story, but it's a story.
Fair enough, well, as long as it's a story.
Did it live up to the hype?
Yeah.
I loved it. I'm going to see it again today.
The largest nerd website out there, IGN.com, has just a really harsh takedown of the entire thing. Really ugly stuff. So, but a lot of people enjoyed it.
Their reviews are purchased, so nobody trusts them.
They're purchased?
Like they give terrible games high scores just because they're getting kickbacks.
You know that for a fact?
No, this allegedly.
Okay, thank you. How would those nerds have some good lawyers?
Who would be paying them to write a bad review, though?
Somebody who's like on like an opposing video game.
On Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, like DC, maybe, I don't know.
The Superman people and Batman, they're like, just trash it. I love that.
Again, this is all speculation.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Hope you got deep pockets, Rob. But those are just a few things that are now trending.
I've got something that's been going on throughout the show today, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, and it's really becoming a problem. A severe problem. You may have even noticed it. Next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
I am an over 50-year-old adult named Ace, and I'm going to tell you a story about something that is bothering me at the moment that is really driving me crazy, and I may have to leave the show early today to have it taken care of. My braces. I don't have them now, but I have had braces before. I was 47 when I got braces. Had them for 18 months or so. The source of much mockery on the Ace and TJ show. But I woke up this morning and I was brushing my teeth. And in the process of doing so, a wire, a piece of string like you would tie, not a wire like for braces, but it's a piece of string like you would tie braces together, came loose on the retainer that is behind my teeth on the bottom. It's a permanent retainer. And it was so long, it was sticking out of my mouth. Oh my God. And I had to take my scissors and cut it. Well, now, since then, progressively, as the morning has advanced, since 4:15 this morning when I cut that, there is a piece of metal that is sticking out of the retainer, and I can taste blood in my mouth where it's jabbing into my tongue every time I talk. So a couple of times I've caught myself just cutting words short because as I speak, it sticks into my tongue. And I can feel it right. Like I put my tongue out right now. It's right there. And I think I'm tasting a little bit of blood in my mouth, or I'm just paranoid about it. But it's driving me crazy. And I have to leave immediately from here today and go to a client meeting for the show. And also, it's it would be early afternoon. It'd be 3 o'clock at the earliest before I could get somewhere and have somebody work on this thing. And I don't know who to go to. I go to the orthodontist, but they're going to charge me $450.
Is that what they already told you? That they charge you $450?
Yeah, because about 6 months ago, it was bothering me. And she asked me how long it's been since I had the braces. And I told her, like, it's been, years. She said, okay, well, it's going to be $450 to have it looked at. And I said, that's okay. So I went to my dentist and he was like, yeah, I think I can fix that. And he fixed it. It was a different problem. It wasn't this problem. It was a different issue that was going on. And he was able to fix that one for me. So this just popped up this morning. It is, I mean.
Yeah, you can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, almost every time I speak, it sticks. The thing is jabbing into the right side of my tongue.
Well, your ex-wife used to work for an orthodontist. She wouldn't take a look at it for you?
That's for about 30 years.
It's like riding a bike.
She's got the tools for that. I don't know.
You can just bend it back? bend it back in place?
I've tried, and it doesn't seem to stay.
Okay.
All right, right there.
You need Riggins to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
We got pliers and stuff in here.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I may have just actually gotten part of it.
Yeah, go get a thimble and put that on and then push against it.
Oh, yeah, so it doesn't poke you. Good call.
Yeah, because we got a thimble laying around somewhere.
I got one in my truck.
See, I don't know if you're lying or not.
I have various. I'm a thimble collector. What can I say? I have ceramic ones. I have plastic ones. I have metal ones.
For a moment, I just knew he was going to go, no, I've got it. He would have a reason because TJ has everything in his truck all the time.
You want to come see my thimbles?
But they have them at the grocery store.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He's a well-prepared man.
Yeah, he's the most well-prepared person that I know. Unless it's something you tell him, hey, be prepared for this.
If it ain't something I got to write.
Right. So anyway, I think it's getting better. I might have been able to just fix it a little bit with my hand.
Yeah, it sounds better.
Thanks.
It sounds a lot better.
The rules of life coming up next.
Our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and you got a lot of pressure on you right now with the credit card debt. Let Richard help you. What are you going to do?
We're going to skip summer and make payments in the fall. How about that?
Nice.
And the best part about it is they're going to do that using the equity in your very own home. All you have to do is let Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies walk you through the process. It starts with one free 5-minute phone call. 704-800-4719. 704-800-4719 or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
What are the rules of life? We have a radio friend who told me the other day, Monday as a matter of fact, that he was shocked to find out that his friend and his wife went on their long drive for vacation, and that he was telling a story that he said, and my wife was driving. He's like, what? Rule of life. Long drive, the man drives. Period. End of story. That's the way it is. That's a rule of life. A hard and fast rule of life in his world. Long drive, man drives.
Yeah, that's the way we do it.
Yeah, he even said it's okay around town. Mm-hmm. You can ride around town, but if there's a drive being made, then man drives. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, most of the time now, if it's local driving, my wife is the driver.
Same with me. Most of the time, Amanda just drives.
Because I be in them beers,
Oh.
You know why, Riggins? Because I don't want to hear it.
Right.
It's that
I don't want to
bad?
hear it. Just like, Jesus. Just do you drive? I'll just sit over here. Or I'll sit in the back with the baby and keep him cool the whole time we're riding somewhere.
Yeah. I don't want to have to readjust the seat.
Honestly, that's one of the big things for us because our seats are so extremely done. And just it's not worth the hassle. Just you keep driving. It's fine. We'll get in your car because her car's nicer than mine, so we go in hers.
Look at you guys, very new age. Love that. It was sick though.
For some people, a rule of life is the man always sleeps between the woman and the door to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like that for everybody because everybody's different depending on a lot of times depending upon where the bathroom is.
Yeah, in a young marriage, women have to be closer to the bathroom at night.
Right.
When you get older, men have to be.
I'll give you one. Juliana here says, rule of life. Man does the hard yard work. Wife helps.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is it all about rules of life between the sexes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not necessarily. It can be all sorts of rules of life. You just think it's a rule of life.
All right. Well, I've got one. A rule of life is when you're pumping gas, you don't just stop it and then let it go on whatever number it lands. You got to try to get it to a better number.
I agree.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, it's too chaotic.
Even if you spill in some gas somewhere, you got to do it.
Yeah.
And I like this what Clay said. When going out with anyone, friends, family, partners, whatever, it's high school rules. That's the rule of life. Whoever initiates the outing pays. So if I invite my friend to a movie and we get food after, since I asked them to go, it's out of my pocket.
What?
I do not necessarily agree with that rule. But that's an example of another one. So at the Ace TJ show, what are your rules, or just one rule of life that you have?
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey, we're here once again with our friend Richard Toccato of the Richard Toccato Companies, and there are a lot of people in credit card debt right now. I mean, the credit card debt is hot. Now, Richard is the guy that could possibly be relieving you of that credit card heat.
That's right. Let's cool you off for summer. Ooh. No payments till fall, and get rid of all the credit card debt. Ace, we paid off $67,000 with the extra equity that everybody is gaining in this market. Literally, she is saving $1,326 a month. If you have credit card debt, get rid of it. Take the pressure off.
This is a member of the radio family who is saving $1,326 a month, all using the equity within her home, all because she called 704-800-4719 and let Richard show her how it works. Or you can also go to homewithrichard.com. But again, you've got the money right there. Let the Richard Toccato Companies help you. 704-800-4719, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
All right, let me point out, you don't have to agree with everybody's rule of life because some people are not agreeing here. But everybody is just sharing a rule of life. For example, Jessica said, rule of life, if there's a noise at night, the man goes to check it out while the woman stays in the bed.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Unless the man has taken some Ambien and is unable to.
And is physically unable to get up out of the bed to go check on it.
I'm actually breaking one of my rules of life today.
Which is what?
Because I ran out of the house in a twist of forgetfulness. A man needs to wear a watch.
Yeah, I agree with that. My strap is broken on my moment. Watch band. I'm not wearing one at the moment. I do have this nice bracelet though that I'm wearing so it covers it up.
A man needs to wear a bracelet.
I learned a rule of life at an early age from my second cousin, my dad's cousin, Lane. Hey, man won't carry a knife, won't wipe his butt. So, rule of life, man should always have a knife of some sort on his person. Let's see. Raina says, rule of life, if one spouse is up working in or around the house, both spouses are up working in or around the house. We work together, we rest together. I don't know about that.
That's an interesting one.
Teresa said, rule of life, meatballs only go with spaghetti, nothing else. It's spaghetti and meatballs. Rule of life. Rule of life, according to Christy, wife, quote unquote, takes care of husband, wife gets whatever she wants.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Clay said, rule of life, happy spouse, happy house. Taylor, rule of life, the club is not a place for couples.
That's one of mine.
Yep.
Yeah, TJ said
Or married people in general. Like going to a club with your single friends. It's not good.
Rule of life, Lisa says, if I cook a meal, you clean up the kitchen.
That's a good one.
That's a good rule of life.
We do that one.
Rule of life, to anyone older than me or in a higher position of authority, I address you as ma'am or sir.
That's a good one.
Yep. I agree with that.
And that reminds me of another one of mine. Young people can't teach me anything.
There's nothing to be learned from young people.
No.
Okay.
It's adorable when they try, though. It's, they're all puffed up. Okay.
I'm going to teach the old guy something. No, you're not. So if you got any more, just hit us up at the Ace TJ Show. Riggins Now Trending coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
What do we think about Jason Kelsey's outfit at the Olympics? Look at that.
She's got a blue USA t-shirt on with it's got big red USA letters and a beret.
And a beret, I guess a nod to the French.
He's silly.
Just
he's
being silly.
He's a silly fella. But I'm still, even though I don't know how the fashion rules go, but I'm still old school, and I don't think black and navy go together.
Yeah.
Because the beret is black and then his shirt's navy.
Do you think you guys, modern guys, can pull off a beret? Like if you just is a woman interested, he's like, I'm just going to wear my beret tonight.
Yeah, no.
He's either
going to work.
He's either in some sort of military or he's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Only two reasons.
Yeah, I think Jason Kelsey, you're right. He's probably just trying to be
I'm in France, I'm going to wear a beret.
Yeah, Seems like the French thing to do. And he's also in the news because him and his brother, Travis Kelsey, are negotiating a $100 million podcast deal for their podcast New Heights with the podcast network Wondery. $100 million, which is about what our podcast deal is here on the Ace and TJ Show.
Pretty close.
Just give or take a few million, but it is close. Top Golf, everybody goes to Top Golf. Well, baseball is looking to get in on the action. The Bat Box is the new concept that's being funded and expected to make an appearance in 2025. Just like Top Golf, they call it Eatertainment. Mm-hmm. So when I was a kid, we called these batting cages. But it seems to have a more expansive menu and drinks and things like that.
So that's all it is batting cages with, beer and food and all of that
in a more
sports bar environment,
upscale environment. You can have pitching contests, home run derbies with your friends, and you don't need to know a lot about baseball to have fun.
Yeah, it's a little bit more liability involved. Somebody gets drunk and takes a pitch to the groin, or to the nose.
Boy, this place looks cool, though.
Yeah,
it does look cool.
Wow, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
So when one opens around here, y'all get ready. I'll be putting on a clinic.
What was the name of the place out there?
Bat Box.
Bat Box, yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go when open Fat Box.
And then Simone Biles, top trending topic today now, the most decorated U.S. Olympian gymnast of all time. So congratulations to Simone Biles. We're going to talk about things that just aren't that big of a deal. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Live live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So I need a little advice. I woke up to a sticky situation this morning. Walked out with the dog. We had some crazy storms last night. Did you guys get that up here?
Yeah.
It was nuts.
A little bit.
Walked out of the front door. My American flag was on the ground. During the Olympics of all times of the year. I didn't know what to do. I normally take it down when it rains. If I know it's going to rain, I bring it inside. I treat it with respect, never let it touch the ground. But this morning I walked out, it was right there on my porch. The flag stick broke out of the holder.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
it was strong winds.
As I was going to bed last night, I could hear it sounded a little bit like hail, or maybe the wind was blowing the rain so hard up against the windows. Yeah, it was bad.
So what do I got to do? Do I got to
That flag needs to be, there's a certain way you can Google it, but there's a certain way, or the Boy Scouts, I think, will come take it, but there's a certain way you're supposed to get rid of it. But I think that you can call a Boy Scout troop, they'll come take it and make it part of their activities.
But is it burnt?
That's what I want to know. Do I have to get rid of it, or can I just put it back up? I didn't know. I've never had that happen. I'm very careful with the American flag.
Yeah.
I think just put it in the washing machine.
Can you do that?
No, I don't think. I've never heard that, but I'm just joking.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know. So if anybody's got some advice about what to do when your American flag accidentally hits the ground, let me know.
No, I'm sorry. I was right. You're not required to destroy the flag. I thought once it had been on the ground and rained on like that, you had to they say no.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't have to get rid of it.
It indicated it should be exercised and flag. You want to prevent it from becoming soiled or damaged, but you are not required to destroy the flag when this happens.
Good.
You're also not required to make a pair of shorts out of it. Contrary to a lot of people's beliefs.
I don't like that, by the way. I really don't. I don't think that's cool at all.
What about when it's on some sunglasses?
People wearing American flag shorts or
something
t-shirts
about that seems just a little bit off to me.
I've always been okay with it because your intent is to celebrate the USA. So I think, and you're not using an actual flag, so you're okay.
Right.
Yeah, I have patriotic board shorts for Memorial Day and 4th of July.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it does say that the flag is never supposed to be worn.
Yeah.
Is the rule on it. But that's when if you take I thought it was if you take a flag and then drape it around you and make it a shirt.
Not
a
good.
regular flag.
But what about, all right.
I want to respect Old Glory. Yeah. So more coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So everybody always makes a big deal. What should be illegal, people not putting their buggy back in the corral at grocery stores. Well, I'm going to give you a little insider tip. I worked at a grocery store when I was 15 years old, and that was a big part of my job was collecting the carts and bringing them back into the store. I didn't care if people didn't put them back in the corral because that meant I got to spend 30 extra seconds outside by myself, collecting the cart. And, I got more time away from doing harder work, like interacting with customers. I got to spend more time outside. So it actually doesn't bother me when people don't put their carts back. Although I do understand why people are upset because it means you're just lazy and you don't really care.
A lot of times you go to turn into a parking spot and somebody's buggy is right in the middle of it. It's like, man, I got to get out of this car and move this buggy.
And it could roll and hit somebody's car, and there's a lot of problems with doing it.
Yeah.
But to me, I didn't care. So if I'm working at your grocery store someday, if this radio thing doesn't work out, and it's not working out, I will be out there pushing carts. I don't care if you don't put them back. But what is something that everybody complains about that actually doesn't bother you that much? At the Ace TJ Show on social media, if you've got a great one. You got a good one, TJ?
Yeah. People who look at their phone in a movie. That doesn't bother me at all. If they're not talking on the phone and it's not making noises, just because you look at your phone and that little light comes up off of it and somebody claims that's ruining their movie experience, come on.
It is ruining my experience.
Oh, please.
How so? It's a little light.
Because it distracts me for a long time because I'm easily distracted.
A long time?
A long time. Because I'll sit and I'll stare at them and be like, all right, you can put it up now. But then I don't focus on the...
But then that's
a me problem most likely, but...
That's what it sounds like.
Most definitely it is.
So if you're watching TV at home, everything has to be completely dark and nobody moves.
No, when I'm watching TV at home, I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
But I'm not paying attention to the show most of the time.
Okay.
And people are opening candy and eating popcorn. I mean, there's other distractions,
Yeah,
but
those
it's that
distractions.
one that bothers you that much.
I don't like when they open candy either.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
I'm more annoyed by the candy thing than by, like, I know you got to get your candy open. Then get it open.
You should have done it before the movie started.
Don't just be opening candy back there for like 5 minutes. Like this, come on.
You think they're doing it on purpose? Like
I think they're just back there just fiddling with it. Just
They're trying not to make a lot of noise with it, and that ends up making more noise.
And the problem is that when you go to the movie theater, they don't turn the volume up loudly enough to be able to be heard.
And it doesn't have
It
subtitles.
doesn't sound like you're in a club. Boom, boom, boom.
this is supposed to be about what doesn't bother you.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and he's all about options. That's what you're always saying. I got options. I got options. What are the options?
The options are to get the equity out of your house at the most cost-effective way that's going to save you the most amount of money, paying off credit cards, home improvement, whatever you want to do.
And that's one of the reasons you would use the Richard Toccato Companies instead of a bank, because they give you so many options. And it all starts with one free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Ace, have you calmed down from yesterday's podcast, the Ace and Friends podcast? I hope you've chilled out a little bit. You were a little wired up.
Well, y'all were just making some foolish arguments that we were arguing about the 10 greatest pop stars of all time.
Let me tell you what happened. We were playing this game called Only One Right Answer, where I come up with these questions. I've got the right answer. I said, is Britney Spears one of the greatest pop stars of all time? Ace goes, no. Which is fine. That's the whole point of the game. Everybody has an opinion about who's a great pop star. And we started building this list, like who are the greatest pop stars of all time. And you've got those gimmies like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston,
Prince.
Madonna. He said Prince. I kind of disagreed with that one. I said he's more of like a rock star. But the first question Ace asked was, well, do they have to be pop or can they be rock as well? It's called pop stars. We're talking about pop stars.
I just wanted to know your definition.
It's in the title, pop star.
Okay.
And then
So I said Elvis.
He's a rock star.
And they said Elvis is a rock star, not a pop star.
He's the king
He's
of
a
rock and roll.
King of rock and roll.
But that's all they had. They didn't have. There was no pop music then. That's why they called it rock and roll, because he created a new type of music. That was the pop music.
Didn't
of the
they
day.
have the Billboard Top 40 and all of that stuff back then?
Yeah, but they were creating a whole new
Yeah.
genre of music. It was different. It wasn't.
The problem was it was supposed to be a discussion about who we think and why you think this person should be in or why you think this person shouldn't be in. But you lashed out. Rob, am I wrong?
No, you're not.
He was lashing out.
I don't know that I lashed out.
Lashing out. He was lashing out. You threw out Billy Joel. I said, no, you're very offended by that.
I said
It's not
Elton
a pop
John.
star.
Elton John.
Elton John, not a
quintessential pop star. Nope, not a pop star.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I put
rock and roll.
Britney is the prime example of a pop star.
Exactly.
Right, but
Yeah.
is she one of the 10 greatest?
Yes.
Yeah,
And I said
think so,
she's one of the
yeah.
10 greatest of all time. I put her in the top 10. I said she's
I don't
not the
think you
greatest
did.
pop star of all
He
time.
didn't at first, but he eventually did.
I
He
did
came-
put.
he
Thank you,
came
Rob. I
around.
did put her in the top 10. Brittany made the top 10.
He didn't like it, but he put her there.
Begrudgingly included her in the top 10. Well,
So you were looking for people who are just pop stars,
Yeah.
not people who go beyond pop. They're pop stars
Yeah.
with hit songs, but just not strictly pop star, because those other ones are more advanced, like
Yeah.
Elton John. And
absolutely. If you're going to argue better musician, obviously I think Elton John's a better musician. But
Then
all right.
Brittany? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
no way.
Okay.
Yeah, so check it out. It's the Ace and Friends radio show and podcast. Every afternoon on our app, you can hear it.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.